Hey everybody!
Hello everyone.
Welcome back to the NUDE News. It's our new thing, NUDE News.
Nude Yoni talk?
Yeah,
News?
NUDE.
Nude Yoni news.
Yeah, I like that. Who are you?
I'm Adrienne, the Yoni nutritionist, and I am a holistic health coach specializing in women's sexual health.
And I'm Krista Marie Alexi. I'm a sexologist, feminine embodiment coach, and women's wisdom educator. And today we're going to talk to you about
Pubic hair and Yoni scent and taste.
yum. Right?
Mm.
Yes. Well, usually when we're healthy.
Yeah. Not for everybody though. And lately I've had a lot of women come to me and say, what can I do to help improve my Yoni taste and scent?
Great topic.
So I'll talk about it from a nutrition perspective.
Perfect.
And then you'll talk about it from your sexologist perspective.
Yeah.
And we hope to help lots of women who are curious about this or who may be struggling with this because it's very, very common. Don't worry, you're not alone. There's a lot of women out there who are experiencing this. Do you want to go first?
No, you go.
Okay. Okay. So Yoni taste and scent from a nutrition perspective is very, very important because it starts from within, as everything does. And it's really based on the foods that you're eating and what you're basically putting into your mouth, also what you're drinking as well. And it's really important to make sure that you are feeding your gut good things and you're putting a lot of really healthy and clean things into your mouth. Our gut health is responsible for many things, and it is so important to the health of our yoni when our gut is healthy. And that's because it is the home of our hormones and our nice gut bacteria and our immune system and all of that. But that's why it's super important to make sure our gut is healthy for a healthy yoni. And this is with everything, but specifically for yoni taste and scent, we want to make sure that we're eating whole, natural foods. So eating the rainbow of foods, you've probably heard of eating pineapple is really good for both men and women. Definitely is. I'm not exactly sure what property or chemical or whatever is in pineapples that make us taste and smell so good, but it's true. But also like eating a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables that are fresh in season and that are not as high in sugar. It's really great to know what fruits are high in sugar and what are lower in sugar. So for example, mangoes are really high in sugar and berries are the lowest in sugar. Bananas are high in sugar and kiwis are low in sugar. So it's important to know that. But anyways, eating the rainbow of whole natural foods. If it grows, eat it. That's one of my rules. And eliminating any processed crap, really. Anything processed, eliminating as much as you can caffeine and alcohol. If you like to drink caffeine and alcohol, that's okay too, but make sure that it's in balance. You want to make sure that your gut health is nice and balanced and that you're eating healthy. The next thing is probiotics. Probiotics are really, really good for your gut health to support that good gut flora and helps overpopulate the good flora versus the bad flora. The bad bacteria are the guys who cause recurring infections and all kinds of issues with our yoni health. And then the third most important thing is to drink a lot of water, making sure you're keeping nice and hydrated. And that will also help flush any toxins out of the body that aren't serving you and that may be affecting the health of your yoni as well as the taste and scent. So those are the three things that I would recommend off the top of my head. A couple other things that I can mention are making sure that you're getting a lot of good fats in your diet. In balance, of course, because they are still fats. So things like avocados, nuts and seeds, and good quality coconut oil, olive oil. Those also help with our yoni health as well.
Awesome. That's so good.
I mean, I could go on for hours, but just to nail out a couple of really
So great.
top points is those are my top 3 tips for
Yep.
yoni taste and scent.
Amazing. So amazing. It's just like that's given us some insight into what we can try and have in our fridge and in our cupboard. Knowing that we're feeding the good bacteria, knowing that we're really looking after, like I love to put, I was telling you the other day, I love to put a capsule of probiotic in my chia seeds overnight. Or like we add sauerkraut into our meals, so there's like the probiotic there to help digest, and that's
And
so
like
cool.
Apple cider vinegar with water in the morning, like you put it makes me gag. I don't like it very much, but it's really good for your yoni, and it has
You like gagging though, right?
I do like gagging, yeah. And it has the natural probiotics in it. And also warm lemon water in the morning is really helpful for our digestion, helps get things moving, helpful for our gut health, and our yoni loves that too. And it helps
good.
alkalize the tummy, which is also really important to have a really good balance between an alkaline and an acidic diet. I won't get too much into that because that's a whole other topic that I could go off on a tangent on, but trying to make sure there's a good balance between alkaline and acidic in your tummy and in your gut.
Totally. Like I've noticed whenever I have a certain diet that my yoni taste and smell would change. I've noticed also like when I used to take like amphetamines, or when I used to drink alcohol, or when I used to take drugs, like I really could taste the difference in my yoni. Like I could totally taste the difference in my yoni. Someone was telling me the other day that she'd had truffles, the mushroom, and afterwards her yoni tasted like truffles, which is pretty amazing. Her partner was like, I'm going to be here all day. So it's like, it's just so closely linked, right? It's like, what goes in here? Just be mindful.
Yeah.
Some other tips or some more information surrounding our yoni taste and scent is that when we're cleaning our yoni, we don't need to put anything inside the yoni to clean it. When she's in balance, that there's a pH of 4-ish when we're not aroused. That keeps the perfect balance of bacteria happening. She's a self-cleaning organ, just like the eyes. So we don't need to put we don't wash our eyes out. The same thing, we don't want to wash out our yoni. Obviously, if there's some imbalance going on, there are some other practices that you can do, but when she's in balance, you don't need to wash her. The vulva, so the external part, so that's the vagina I'm talking about, with the vagina part of the yoni. Internally, externally is the vulva. You just need water to wash that part, lift up the hood. If you have more hooding underneath the hood, there can be a buildup of cells and sweat called smegma, which you can wash away with water, and that's fine. Otherwise, if you're feeling like you're needing to bring her back into balance, there are some pH balancing soaps you could try and see if that helps you. But like, stay away from fragrance, anything. Stay away from soaps that are going to strip the natural pH and change the natural pH and strip the natural oils and things that are there to keep her healthy. And then in saying that, our hormones are changing throughout the month, so there is going to be a change throughout the month of the taste and smell of your yoni. But if your hormones are in balance and if you are eating well, then that change is going to be, there's not going to be like a bad scent, and there's not going to be, something that's like disgusting or putrid smelling. Like if there's an infection, that's going to be like, especially if you've got BV, bacterial vaginosis, that's when there's going to be like a fishy scent. Or sometimes bacterial vaginosis has atypical symptoms where there isn't a scent, but that's usually a really good indicator. And in saying that, something that's really important to remember is that some sisters taste a certain way more consistently. So some sisters are oftentimes more sweet, while others are oftentimes more salty or earthy. Other sisters are oftentimes more sour, or a combination of these tastes. I go between sweet and sour, whereas I have a sister who's more earthy and salty. You?
I'd say sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour. And A bit like our own personality. No, and also keeping in mind that while you might feel like it's disgusting and gross, there is a really high chance your lover doesn't feel the same, especially if you're in balance and everything's healthy. And so what can really help you to cultivate a loving relationship with your yoni and with the smell and taste is just to do it every day, just to check in and have a smell and have a taste. I do it multiple times a day. I know exactly where I'm at. I know how I taste. And I know that that's normal, and I know that, and I can also track the changes. There's a scent there for a reason. There are pheromones that are being excreted. It is something that's can be quite sensual and sensuous, can turn our lovers on more if they smell us, and pubic hair can actually help with this, with trapping the scent. I don't know if you've experienced it, but I have before. When I've smelled the scent of my lover, I get extremely turned on, and it's something that I'm very much happy that it's there. Even sometimes when they come home from work, I'm like, come here, because I know it's going to be a stronger scent. Very rarely I'm like, oh, and that's the same as for you, even if it's hard to kind of believe. That's how it is. And then another really beautiful thing about pubic hair, if you choose to have it, is that it can be quite erogenous zone. You can use the pubic hair to just really kind of gently stroke and touch, and that can feel amazing. Even if there is no hair there, you can also use the pubic band as an erogenous zone. But generally, when there is pubic hair, it's going to be more sensitive and more sensation, because the hairs are like going down deeper into the skin, so you're kind of like touching deeper into the nerves. And yeah.
Does the pubic hair offer some kind of protection to our yoni?
Like the evolutionary purpose of it being there?
Not
You
really,
mean,
but
like,
like
why?
To any kind of bacteria, or like...
I've heard both. I've heard that it can keep bacteria if it's not washed properly, and then I've heard that it can protect from bacteria as well. Like it's going to get to the pubic hair before it gets to the genitals. Yeah. So it's kind of...
like I'm kind of wondering if it's like the little, the nose hairs that we have that kind of protect and filter the crap from coming in so much, but I can see how it could also do both. Yeah. Hey, have you heard of the trend called vabbing?
No. What is it?
It's when you take your yoni juice and your yoni scent and like you dab it on your wrist like a perfume, and then you kind of...
Oh, it's called vabbing?
Yeah.
I've done it lots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know it had a term though.
Yeah, it's called vabbing.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Get vabbing, ladies.
Vabbing.
Vab everywhere.
Men love it. Yeah.
Vabbing.
Vabbing.
I love the term. Wait, it's like vaginal excretion. Dabbing. Dabbing,
but
vagina. Vaginal.
Yeah.
Vabbing.
Should be called yabbing.
I would like yabbing, yeah, personally.
Yeah.
But it kind of sounds like yapping.
Where is this going? Anyway.
Okay.
Back on track. Thank you all for tuning in if you're still with us, and make sure that you're eating clean as you can, trying to balance the acidic versus alkaline in your diet, and drinking lots of water and getting some really good probiotics into you, whether it be through supplement form or the apple cider vinegar, or adding sauerkraut and fermented foods to your meals, and staying hydrated.
Perfect. Yeah. And be mindful of cleaning, be mindful of checking in with your yoni each day, seeing how she smells, how she tastes, developing that close relationship with her.
I'm Adrienne, the Yoni nutritionist.
And I'm Kristen, the sexologist, and we will be with you again one day soon.
Ciao for
Much
now.
love. Ciao.
Mwah.